What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB.
And I'm JB.
And you're tuned in to Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. Okay, this is my little guy, Jay, and he's going to join me in today's review. So this episode, we're going to be reviewing the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Now, this wasn't a movie I really wanted to see or was excited to see, but he wanted to see it. So, sometimes you got to do it for the kids, right? Okay, so when Power Rangers first came out, I was about 90, 91, somewhere around there. I was about 10, 11 years old. And it was a very cheesy show. The action was definitely cool. The acting and all that, not so much. So I wasn't expecting much going into this movie. But I will tell you this, I was surprised that I liked it at all. If only a little bit. Overall, what do you think, Jay? You liked it overall, or you thought it was okay?
I liked it.
All right. So first, let's get into what we liked about the movie, and then we'll get into the dislikes. So, I'll go first, right?
Yeah.
So what I liked about Power Rangers was the way they grounded it more in reality. It felt more realistic. The characters felt like real people, as opposed to, the old show where they kind of feel like comic book characters, like they're a little too goofy, I think. And the acting is so bad in the old show, to see an improvement in the acting, always a positive.
Yes.
The special effects were done really well. They looked realistic. It looked like things you could actually touch and see, I thought. And I pretty much liked all the design of everything, and the action was good. When there was action, I thought it was pretty good. What'd you like about it, Jay?
I like the fact that it was like, how do I say it? Like a classic movie. Like we got the personalities of the characters, like the strong one, the nerdy one, the main character.
Right, so everybody kind of had their own role to fill, is what you're saying, right? Yeah. Okay, what else?
I like the ending.
Okay, well, we don't want to spoil it for anybody, right? Because we try to do non-spoiler reviews.
Yes.
But you like the way that it ended?
Yeah.
Okay, and is there anything else that stood out to you that you really liked? Any particular one character or an actor or one scene? Anything at all?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing else? You didn't think that the everything looked cool, like the Zords and all that?
Well, yeah. The Zords did look cool. Yeah.
Okay, but you have dislikes about that too, or?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get to that. So there's nothing else that stands out that you wanted to mention about the movie on a good note? Because you're saying you liked it. So is there anything else that you wanted to tell everybody that about?
No.
Nothing?
No.
You're sure?
Yeah.
All right, because we're going to move on.
Okay.
All right. So now let's talk about what we didn't like about the film. Okay, first off, it plays out a little too much like that newer Fantastic Four movie that came out. The one from 2014 or 15? 15. It plays out a little bit too much like that, to where most of the movie is about them training and learning. And this is a mild spoiler, but not really. We really don't get any Power Rangers until the last 20 minutes, maybe a half hour of the movie. I'd say more like 15 to 20 minutes, right?
Well, we did get one Power Ranger.
Right. Early on in the movie, you get a Power Ranger scene, but we don't really see our characters fully form into the Power Rangers until the very end. Yes. Now, while I understand why they did that, and I think it was a good choice to not make them go full-on Power Ranger till the end, I think in their training, in all those training montages, they should have had some of the stuff with them in the suits. They should have got the suits earlier. The Zords should have been explained more. They weren't really explained well.
No.
And the ending, to me, fell flat. Another thing I liked, I didn't mention it, I liked Rita Repulsa. I thought she was done really well. She was scary. She felt like a good villain.
Well, at the
Go
end,
ahead.
she wasn't really a good villain. She wasn't really that scary. She was just like a normal
comic book villain.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's where I was going with it. I liked her in the beginning. And as the movie went, I liked her. But then towards the end, she really turns into the typical comic book villain trope.
Yes.
And it feels, the movie starts to, at the very end, in my opinion, it starts to feel like the superhero movies of the 90s. You know, or the early 2000s, the Fantastic Fours, the way some of the X-Men movies played out, Catwoman, all those movies. It kind of had that feel to it where it turned from being a serious movie to being kind of goofy.
Yes.
And I also did not like the way they introduced two of the Rangers. When they introduced Red, Pink, and Blue,
Yeah.
it makes sense. They were all in the same school, same classes, kind of same situation.
But yellow and black.
They're just shoved into the movie in an
Exactly.
awkward way.
Yeah, they just show them, and then they just meet.
Right, they kind of just appear out of nowhere at the right time, and all of a sudden
They meet.
they're friends.
Yeah.
It didn't work for me. They could have done it in a different way, and I hated the actor that played the Black Ranger. I just didn't. They were trying to go for him to be the tough guy role, and to me, he didn't come across as being too tough, in my opinion.
Silly.
Yeah, silly tough, kind of.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite Ranger? What would you say was your favorite Ranger?
Yellow.
The Yellow Ranger? And I agree, and she was not in it enough. Once again, the coolest movies do this so often, TV shows do it too, where they have the coolest character and they either get rid of them or kill them off quickly, or they're underused in the movie. And
Exactly.
one second, the Yellow Ranger was so underused. The actress, the character did a great job. The best out of everybody there. All right, I think Billy was good too. The Blue Ranger was really good too.
Yes.
But I think second to the Yellow Ranger. I think.
Yes.
What were you gonna say, bud?
I was saying I was agreeing.
Oh, you were just agreeing with what I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So look, the movie was good. The action was good, right? Like the karate and stuff. There wasn't enough of it. I felt. I don't know. Maybe you feel different. I felt there wasn't enough of it, and the Zords were hugely underexplained and underused in the movie.
Yes.
Hugely. A big part of the Power Rangers is the Zords, the big robot. You wanted to see more of that, I felt. And that also could have been part of the training because, once again, at the end, when they get the Zords, what happens? They just know how to use them magically.
Exactly.
So, all right. Overall, I thought the film was better than I thought. I thought I was going to absolutely hate it and be bored to death. But I wasn't. I enjoyed the majority of it. I wouldn't say that this is a movie I'll rewatch on my own. Of course, if he wants to rewatch it when it comes back out on Blu-ray or whatever, I'll rewatch it with him. But as far as myself, I don't think so. And as far as the sequel, which they're setting up in there, I don't know if they're going to play out the sequel. What do you think? You think this movie was good enough or did well enough to where they're going to have a sequel?
Yeah. Dad, what would you give this as a rating, 1 to 5?
1 to 5, I give it, unfortunately, a 2.5. If they had a little bit more of the Rangers and a little bit more of the karate, kung fu type of action we like, and explained some things a little bit more, I think I would have probably gave it a 3 or a 3.5 maybe. But as stands, I give it a 2.5. What do you give it, bud, out of 5?
Out of 5, 4.
Give it a 4 out of 5. Okay, so you'd really rewatch this one. This is a
Yes.
movie you're going to rewatch when it comes out.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. I give it a 2.5. Jay gives it a 4 out of 5. And, I mean, look, if you're a Power Rangers fan, I recommend you go to the movies and see it. It's the best representation of the Power Rangers ever, even better than the original. But if you're just an action fan or a superhero fan, you can skip the movies and wait for Blu-ray, in my opinion. But if you ask Jay, he's going to tell you to go see it in the movies.
Go see it.
All right. You got anything else to say before we close this video out?
No.
No, that's it. All right, that's it for this vid. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and I will see you next time.
Oh.